Some call the Volkswagen GTI the original hot hatch, but is it still the best? In a world that includes rivals from Ford, Subaru, and even one within Volkswagen's own lineup, what makes the GTI stand out? Hi, I'm George Kennedy for CarGurus, and a car like the 2018 Volkswagen GTI exemplifies the genius of a hot hatch. You take a sensible hatchback, give it tighter steering, stiffer springs, and more power, and voila, now you've got a daily driver that doubles as a sports car. The GTI is based on the Volkswagen Golf, which means it has 23 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats and 53 cubic feet when you drop the rear seats. Up front, you've got a storage bin near the steering wheel, a center console bin, the center stack tray, and a drawer underneath the driver's seat. The driver's seat is comfortable, but unlike a typical Golf's, the one in this GTI is pretty tightly bolstered. Anyone larger, well, wider than me, is gonna have a bit of a time getting comfortable in these seats. But they'll be fine, even on long drives, and they'll keep you in place during hard cornering. Rear seat space is impressive as well, with plenty of headroom to spare. The fit and finish in the cabin is terrific, and it easily surpasses the competition. Sure, you'll find some plastics, but it's mostly soft touch surfaces, and it's miles ahead of the plastic bin cabins of the Ford Focus and Subaru WRX. The climate controls use simple dials, which is fine. Automakers that do anything other than this are making things more complicated than they need to be. The GTI offers a masterclass in keeping things simple. The 2018 GTI comes in 3 trims: S, SE, and Autobahn. The S comes standard with a leather-wrapped steering wheel, heated front seats, a 6.5-inch touchscreen, Bluetooth connectivity, and the awesome-looking red LED accent lighting. The SE adds a sunroof, as well as LED headlights with helpful cornering lamps. It also adds keyless entry with push-button start and a larger 8-inch infotainment screen. The range-topping trim is the Autobahn. It has everything from the S and the SE, but adds a 12-way power driver's seat, auto-dimming rearview mirror, navigation, and a Fender premium audio system. The new 8-inch touchscreen display is easy to use and even has a sensor on the dash that brings up controls as your hand rises to the screen. But the buttons on the bezel around the screen are touch capacitive, and this is a definite mistake. Anytime you brace your hand against the bezel, you can accidentally hit buttons that you didn't mean to press. Even worse, the buttons don't respond well to a glove touching them. That's a pretty big issue if you live somewhere that gets cold, like say, New England on a December morning. And that's too bad, because Volkswagen has been very good at audio and infotainment controls for a very long time. On the plus side, all 3 trims come with VW's CarNet App Connect, which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, ensuring you can use your smartphone for music, podcasts, sending and receiving text via voice prompt, and using its native Maps application. The GTI gets power from a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder, making 220 horsepower, which is up from 210 horsepower. You could get 220 horses from a GTI last year, but only in the Sport trim, which is now gone, or VW's Performance Pack in years prior. This engine also makes 258 pound-feet of torque and puts out a fantastic exhaust note. Power gets sent to the front wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission or an available 6-speed automatic direct shift gearbox, or DSG. The automatic has a manual mode tap shift function, but the true manual, like on our test model, is nearly perfect. Throws are a bit longer than those of, say, a Mazda Miata, but the action is clean and precise. With 258 pound-feet of torque, you can leave the GTI in the same gear at a broader range of speeds. That means you don't have to shift as much coming in and out of corners, letting you focus on the road ahead. In general, the steering feels a little light, but Volkswagen has you covered with a drive mode selector button that lets you select Eco, Normal, Sport, or Custom drive modes. Throw it into Sport, and the steering tightens right up, and it feels pretty lively. Cornering is reminiscent of the Honda Civic Si, in that it strikes a blend of drivability and daily comfort. This is a car that lets you sit in traffic comfortably, but then carve up a back road when you have the chance. And when you need to rein the GTI in, the larger brakes, which on the SE and Autobahn trims come from the weapons-grade Volkswagen Golf R, bleed off that speed as quickly as you can jump on the pedal. SE and Autobahn trims also come with an electronically controlled limited slip differential. What exactly does that do for you? Well, a differential is designed to put power to one wheel if it senses slippage in the other. And that's not exactly ideal for performance driving when you want power put to both wheels all the time. So a limited slip diff takes a limited amount of power to both wheels so you can gain traction without losing speed. Fuel economy with the DSG is 24 miles per gallon city, 32 highway, and 27 combined. Go for the manual and that improves to 25 mpg city, 33 highway, 28 combined. As for safety technology, if you opt for an SE or Autobahn trim, you get blind spot detection and forward collision warning and avoidance with pedestrian detection. But apparently pedestrian detection won't be immediately available on the SE. So if this is a feature you want, check the window sticker closely to make sure that the car that you're looking at actually has it. The range-topping Autobahn gets adaptive cruise control, while all trims get a reversing camera and a full complement of front and side impact airbags. Base MSRP for the 2018 Volkswagen GTI is $26,415. An SE trim starts at $30,470, while a range-topping Autobahn trim starts at $35,070. Our SE test model came with the optional leather seating, bringing the price to $31,165. But frankly, save your money and stick with the awesome plaid seating that comes standard. It should be noted that even within VW's ranks, the Golf R makes 72 more horsepower and has all-wheel drive. It's more expensive, costing between $35,000 and $40,000, but it's also faster. So why is the GTI still the king hot hatch? Because the Golf R, while fast, feels a bit less connected. The GTI, on the other hand, provides plenty of steering feedback, and you always feel in tune with what the car and the road are doing. It's that sense of pure fun from a genuinely practical vehicle that make the GTI stand out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos, like our review on the Golf R. Let us know which hatch you think is hottest of them all by leaving a comment. And to read my full review on the 2018 Volkswagen GTI, go to CarGurus.com.